Testing, testing, testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan, and today we are going to be talking about how do pin-tumbler locks work. Today we are going to be talking about how do pin-tumbler locks actually work. Okay, so let's say one day you're just walking back from work. Okay, you take out some keys, okay, and you put it into the lock in your door, and it doesn't work, right? So you realize it's the wrong key. You take the right one, you turn it and unlocks. Okay, but have you ever wondered how the wrong one is wrong and the right key is able to turn the lock, and how it can tell the difference, and how does it all work in general? Well, there are many types of locks, okay, but the most common type is a pin-tumbler lock. But how does that work? Well, first we have to look at the key itself. Okay, now the reason why we have to look at the key is because of the unique shape it has. It has to be unique. It has to be unique to the lock itself. Both of them have to be the exact same and perfect match. Nothing else. If you try something else, it won't work. Okay, try a wrong key with the wrong lock, it doesn't fit. But try the right key with the right lock, and it turns. Okay. So how does that all work? Well, in the case of the lock, okay, there's the plug, which is the thing that the key actually turns, and the keyway, which is where we slide the key into it. So when we slide the key into the keyway, okay, when we slide into it, it gets into this chamber, okay? Now inside, okay, there are these 4 shafts. Well, it depends on how many shafts there are, but just a number of shafts, okay? Each shaft contains a spring, a driver pin, and a key pin, okay? So how does this all work? Okay, so let's say we put in the key, okay? When we put it in, the specific bumps, the unique shapes on the key itself, okay, they collide with the driver, the key pin, okay, and they basically push it up. So what happens is that the driver pins, all driver pins have to be aligned at the shear line, so that way it can turn. If not, it won't turn. It's like a little lock, okay? So let's say you put in the wrong key, for example. It has a different unique locking way, okay? So as we see, some of the driver pins are uneven due to the unique shaping of it. So when we fit it in, okay, most of them might go up maybe, but maybe 1 or 2 will still be down. So you try turning it, it's not at the shear line, okay? So it just won't turn. It just can't turn, okay, without breaking it. And breaking it might mean it'll destroy the lock entirely, okay? So it won't work. So let's say you put in the right key, okay? That means all the driver pins are lined up at the shear line. And since they're all lined up, at the shear line, that means it's able to turn, okay? So it's able to turn and the lock opens, okay? That's mainly the gist on how a pin-tumbler lock works. But there's another type of key, let's say. So let's say there are 3 doors, okay? And these 3 doors are unlocked by 3 specific keys, okay? But the thing is, there is one key that can unlock all of them. How is that possible? Well, that one key is called the master key, okay? But how does a master key work, and how is it able to fit in all of these 3 doors, even though each door is completely unique on their own, okay? How that works is that in each of the locks, okay, there is an extra driver pin known as the master pin. It has to be in at least one of the shafts, but it can be in multiple, okay? So what it works is basically as an extra, okay? So let's say we put in the correct key, right? It still works, okay? If we put in the correct key, it still works, okay? But if we put in the master key, sure, it's uneven, but due to the master pin being there, it also still works. It's able to hit the shear line as well. It doesn't matter, it's able to hit the shear line. So that's basically how a master key works. And that's mainly the gist and basics on how a pin-tumbler lock works. And that's, well, basically it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.